I'm delighted to welcome Hannah, who's a newly qualified counsellor, and you have used these in your practice, haven't you?
Yes.
Hannah, yes, thank you. So I'm going to pretend she is my client today, and we're going to work as if we've been looking at her childhood. And Hannah, you've told me that you had a lovely childhood, but you can be as real as you like with this, all right? And but it came out of the work we were doing rather than just imposing it out of nowhere. I think this might help you. It's a good way to introduce the cards to someone. So, who was in your home as you were growing up?
There was my mum and my dad and my sister.
So I'm going to show you some examples of the cards first of all. So this one is about being celebrated, and we'll be looking at especially your birthday or achievements, kindness when ill, care and comfort offered in sickness, creativity, was your creativity encouraged, and so on.
Okay.
What was privacy like? You know, in my home, my sister and I shared a bedroom all through our childhood and until we were well into teenage. And things like that is quite straightforward, but obviously people invading your personal space is a big deal in a family. When I'm working with a client, I will simply go through the cards, and that in itself could take a whole session or 2 or 3, just as the client began to tell you what life was like in childhood. And rather than doing that now, I'm going to go straight to using these cards. So you will be deciding, I got this from my father. Now you don't have a brother.
No.
So I'll put that out of the way. What about grandparents? Were they important in your childhood? Good. A teacher. Would you like me to put that one down? Does that feel?
Yeah, we could put that in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your mother?
Yes.
And you have a sister?
Yes.
Now, say that Hannah had 4 or 5 sisters and 3 brothers. Rather than actually buying any more of these, we suggest you just make them. You just cut up pieces of paper with the extra words on them so that you're not limited to the numbers in the pack. That's up to you to save a bit of money. Now, the someone else card, I got this from someone else. It could be any significant person that was in your life. Faith.
Yeah.
And that could be any kind of faith. You were brought up in a church-going family.
Yeah,
you were. Friends can be hugely important. Sometimes people say, what do you mean by childhood? And I would say pre-teen.
Okay.
I think pre-teen is the most significant formative time in this. A pet. Are you a pet lover?
I do love pets, but we didn't really have pets when I was young. So
do you want me to put this out of the way?
Yes.
Excellent. I found this for myself.
Okay.
And sometimes in childhood we get our needs met quite independently. Do you want me to leave that one in?
Yeah, we can put that in, yeah.
2 that I think are 2 of the most significant. Okay. I didn't get this.
Yeah.
And it was complicated. And that can mean 1,000 different things. Sure. So there is a number of ways you can do this. There's no set rules. So for example, I could say, who would you like to start with? And Hannah might choose her father or her mother, for example, and we'd put the others to one side and start with them. Or we can start with the cards. So, for example, if we take celebrated, what's your response to that? Let's focus on birthdays.
Yes, I was celebrated. Actually, I do remember birthdays being special. I would receive presents and have like a little party. So, yeah, I was celebrated by both parents.
So that's an interesting thing to say. Let's put these to one side for the moment, and we'll start with the father and the mother, and I'll keep them around for you to be reminded of. So if I put them here, and this definitely, both of them contributed.
Absolutely.
We could pick a card. Any card. Yes.
Okay.
See what happens.
Just pick one
just go
I'll
for
just
it.
Choose this one. Okay, creativity.
So your creativity was praised and encouraged.
Absolutely. It was. I think quite a lot by my mother. really, and my grandparents, my
What
my
we can
grandmothers.
do, if I may suggest we keep that, because then we keep this celebrated. But and I'll just suggest this for now, we edge
Just
that a bit
slightly
over
there.
that side. Does that make sense? So that you're keeping the general set. Now, let's find your grandparent. And where would you put her? On your mother's side?
It was both, but yeah, let's say here, because it was more my maternal grandparent.
Excellent.
Okay.
Take another card.
Right, kindness when ill. Yes, I did receive that. And again, I think edging more towards my mum, but I did get it from both. I think because mum was home more, then I would get that more. So should I put that here?
You can put it where you like. We've got room
here.
to put it there.
Yes.
There's no exact science to this. You work it out with your client, see what they feel comfortable with. All right?
Okay. Okay. So can make mistakes.
Not shamed or punished for failure.
That is a complicated one. I think in my childhood I very much felt I couldn't make mistakes and I shouldn't make mistakes. I was there was shame, I think, at school sometimes. And I think I felt the shame, through church. It was just because I was a very sensitive child and would take things deeply into me, and that I would think, I can't make mistakes, mustn't get it wrong, maybe feared a little bit of the shame and punishment.
The way we're doing this is that these are the positive things that you're already getting. So I'm going to offer you either it was complicated or I didn't get this.
Actually, I'm going to say I didn't get this.
So we'll start a line here of I didn't get this at all. I'm taking the cards from you. I hope that's okay.
Yes, of course, that's fine.
Just to, because we're keeping what they did give you, so that we get a line building here of what you didn't get. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And obviously you could spend a long time talking about this. This would bring up memories, no doubt, for a client about feeling when you made mistakes, and that's several areas that touched on there.
Absolutely.
We're going quite fast for a demo, but you're doing great.
Physically comforted, soft and tender touch, cuddles and soothing. I got that more, I think, from my dad than my mum. So I think I'd put that here, or I can put it here, but I think here. Yeah, more from my dad.
Yeah. And
I think I sometimes missed it from my mum's side. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
There was the kindness when ill, definitely, but I think that sense of being held and reassured and
there's different
comforted.
Kinds of ways parents treat us, aren't there? Are we looking at the fact your mum was really good at the practical stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. And cooking and making sure we were, looked after. Yeah. If
I bring in, for example, there's food, physical care, and clothing. I just want to offer those to you because they're all quite practical.
They are. Yes.
Provisions?
Definitely. So, yes, with my mum here, so this side, I think.
Yeah, that's mum.
Now, clothing, that was interesting because the bits I remember is when Dad took me shopping for clothes. I know, exactly. And he enjoyed that and he took me more than my mum.
So that would be in this.
So I think it would be. Mum obviously provided as well. And then the medical and dental care, physical care, probably, I think it would say equal actually.
Yeah. We can put that here, just slightly below that one, where it comes like with both of them. So you see you're building up, this is both your parents, this is more your dad, and that's more your mum. Yes. Is that okay? Lovely. So your choice.
All right, then look. Acceptance. No matter what I do, I always belong. So, this might be a complicated one. I was, but I felt that if I made mistakes, if I did things wrong, I feared that I wasn't accepted. So I think it's complicated.
Yeah. So if we line up and it was complicated row here. Yeah. That's often the case. This is the killer line. No matter what I do.
Yeah, and I think there was a fear that if I did some things wrong or...
You'd be in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I might not belong.
Interesting. So, let's do a few more,
Okay.
see what happens.
Feelings are okay. Emotions understood and validated, allowed to express them. No, I wouldn't say that. Some were okay, but not all. So I think there was a sense I had to keep it in. I didn't know what to do with these feelings. So...
Are we going for, I didn't get this at all?
Yeah, I think we'll put it there.
Yeah.
I got it sometimes.
Yeah.
Moral compass. Okay, knowing wrong from right, right from wrong. Yes, I got that. Probably from both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
We'll just do maybe 2 or 3 more
Sure.
and just see what's happening.
That's fine.
Yeah.
This one, self-worth, knowing I am loved just as I am. No. I mean, it was complicated. Maybe I'll put complicated because, again, it's linked to
Yeah.
doing things right.
Yeah.